Jack Posobiec here, reporting live from Mount Rushmore. I'm here with Ashley St. Clair, who's also attending the event as a guest. Protesters, not even protesters, what started as a protest turned into violent anarchism when just down below, outside the event here, what they've done is essentially they've blocked off the road to the entrance. So there's all sorts of seats that are completely empty here inside the event. I've walked out where I can get some access, but the problem is that this place was supposed to be full by 6 p.m. And Ashley, what were you saying about the last time they had fireworks here?
The guy told me, one of the employees told me that this is usually full. All of these walkways, all of those chairs are usually full anytime they have a fireworks show. This time it's not because they're blocking the roads off.
So they're blocking the entire road off. They drove vans in, pulled the tires off, and now the National Guard has been deployed, but local law enforcement sat there and watched them do it the entire time. So RSBN is down there on the outside, but this is complete anarchy. There's no law and order here. There's no law. Why did they let them do that? Why did they allow that to take place in the first place? Why did they allow protesters to turn into anarchists, to drive up and block them off? This is someone...
How did they not stop them when it was happening? All the tires are off of the vans.
The tires are all off the van. So this is the main access road to Mount Rushmore. The president's going to be flying in his helicopter very soon here in Marine One. So go watch RSBN. I'm upstairs inside the event. Ashley's here. There's some other. Carpe Donkum is actually walking around. I was going to try to get him on at some point. Midge Lee, the great Midge Lee. But this is what's going on, folks. At our nation's most prominent landmark, Mount Rushmore, on the 4th of July, you saw law enforcement stand down, literally stand down and block an event, unlawfully block an event for the President of the United States of America on the 4th of July. And this is in South Dakota, right? So I can understand a little bit seeing politicians in Seattle allow their city to descend into anarchy. I can kind of understand. I can see that coming from Seattle. But South Dakota, seriously? South Dakota. But that's what happened. That's what we've got. So right there in South Dakota, right here in South Dakota, in Mount Rushmore itself, event of the President of the United States. And they've gone in. So they're deploying new tactics now. They're using vehicles. They had to get the National Guard in to do this. Where was any of the setup for this beforehand? When I went to the Tulsa rally, and I said this very specifically at the Tulsa rally, you need to have a plan for your protesters. If you know there are going to be protesters, you need to have a defined area called the First Amendment area where they can go in and they can exercise their First Amendment right to lawfully assemble and to protest. Blocking the main road to Mount Rushmore on the 4th of July is not a lawful protest. That is completely illegal. Completely illegal. Blocking the road even before you had the vans there is completely illegal. So again, we have lawlessness. Again, we have no rule of law. We have none. We have no rule of law. The National Guard had to come in. There's not a lot of them down there, by the way. There's really not a lot. You can watch RSBN. We're not talking about thousands and thousands of people, right? But we're in mountain roads. It's a small access point. In the Navy, we would call that a choke point. And they blocked the choke point, right? So they're using these tactics. They're using these tactics to block down choke points, block down access roads, shut down a celebration of America. Shut down a celebration of America. Where was the planning? Where's the law enforcement on this? Where's everyone on this? A complete failure at every level. It's a complete failure at every level to prevent this from happening. And we're going to call it out like it is, folks. Regardless of what side is on right now, we're going to call it out like it is because it's a complete failure. This is not the rule of law. This is not law and order. Liberate Mount Rushmore. So that means everybody that's in here right now can't get out because the road is blocked. So all the people, and there are thousands of people here, but all the people that are here are stuck now. They're now trapped. I am trapped. I am currently trapped. Ashley St. Clair is currently trapped.
I am trapped.
At Mount Rushmore. So we are now being held hostage by anarchists.
The other thing, you can't get emergency service vehicles up here either.
Well, there's a few. I mean, I would say that there are
can't get them to the
some.
hospital.
There are service vehicles, but yeah,
Can't get them in the hospital.
Imagine if something happened
Grandma
right now.
has a heart attack over there. You can't get her to the hospital.
Completely shut down
The kid
everything.
breaks its leg. There's a bunch of kids here. Too.
Well, and it's hot. You know, if somebody, I mean, heat stroke is something I would worry about. If anyone needs to go to the hospital for any reason, they shut down. So this is complete. This is the lawlessness, folks. This is the lawlessness. So National Guard. I've seen people in the comments say that National Guard are arresting people. Why did you allow it to get to that point? Why did you look? That's Mount Rushmore, literally right behind me. You can see it. So why did they allow it to get to that point? Why did they allow this to happen? Complete failure. It's a complete failure. And we're calling it out. We're calling it out like it is. It's a complete failure.